Hello and welcome to the last golf major of the year, the Open Championship. I'm your host, MG. I'm filling in for Scoot, who's on the longest mid-season holiday. He's missing a big chunk of the sporting calendar in the middle. Today I am joined by my wingman from the Thursday Lines Footy podcast, NRL tipping machine and king of Origin, which also goes later tonight, Nick Toprope Tedeschi. Welcome, Nick.
I love Major Week. I have to say we're only 4 days a year, but nothing I love more than getting in with Dogga and talking major golf.
Well, it's going to be a big day for you. You start early with a golf podcast and finish late with Origin tonight. So big day ahead for you, plenty of betting. I'm sure the accounts will be getting a workout. Also joining me today from the Three Putt Par podcast, and he's a regular here on the Little Birdie golf pods, and he's also one of the great golf hustlers. I went to school with this man, so I know it first-hand experience. Michael Dogga Caridi, welcome.
Thanks, MG. I love that I'm the hustler, that I'm the only bloke with an official handicap here, and I don't think I've ever seen your official number yet. So, yeah, no, that's okay. We'll take that, hustler.
That's not true. Never play golf for money, Toprope, against Michael Caridi, because you'll always be taking unders. Okay, we've got the fourth major coming up. As I said, the Open's at Royal Troon in Scotland. It's the 152nd edition. And Dogga, have you played this course before?
I have not. It's definitely on the cards, I reckon, next year to try and get over to Scotland and play some golf. Probably trying a few of the courses. Definitely want to play the old course before I'm done. So, yeah, definitely add this one to the list as well.
Sounds like a joint venture between a couple of podcasts, Toprope. I'm sure you'll get on the plane if we organise a tour over next year and play a few of the courses. It'd be good footage, I'm sure. If Toprope can get a leave pass, we'll organise that for next year. So the defending champ, just quickly, is Brian Harman. He won easily last year, won by 6 shots from 4 different players. So we'll also just quickly remind the graphic of the 2024 major so far that we've had. The Masters, Scheffler won. Beat Aberg. The US PGA, Schauffele beat DeChambeau, and then DeChambeau come out and won the US Open, beating McIlroy by a shot there. So just a refresher for the 3 majors so far if you're looking for the informed players for the majors. And we'll just quickly show the outright markets for the Open coming up here at TopSport. Just a quick run down the list as we go through them. Scheffler's favourite at $6.50, so he's been probably one of his biggest prices, I think, going into a major this year. Rory McIlroy at $9.50 is the second favourite. Xander is at $13. He's had some support, as has Morikawa's coming a couple of points to $16. Aberg's slightly drifted. He's in form, though, at $18. Bryson DeChambeau, last major winner, at $20. Fleetwood and Hatton there at $22 and $23. And John Rahm representing Live, and he's in the hot pocket with Spain winning everything so far in world sport. So, Michael, just seeing the favourites list there, we'll just get the course layout, just a quick explanation from you with the weather and everything like that at Royal Troon. What can we expect this week?
Yeah, it's a standard Scottish links track right on the water. So weather, as usual, this time of year will definitely be in play. It's one of those courses where it does play out and then back in like they do quite comfortably. You will be seeing a lot of people trying to make hay while the sun shines early. So first 6 holes normally play easier than the next 6, and then the last 6 are the toughest, coming back into the wind. Normally the wind is coming out of that northwest. Everything I'm seeing says it's going to come out of the south. So I'm really not sure just yet how it's going to play, but the majority of people are saying make sure you get some scores on the board early because those last 6 holes are definitely going to play tougher into that wind.
Okay.
Collin Morikawa had that great quote back in the day that if he said if you're not walking off the 6th green under par, you may as well just keep walking.
Love it,
because you're not gonna make it up in the last 12. So
that's it.
You're going early.
It's no good for me. I always take 3 or 4 holes to get going. I like to give people a head start before I run them down. So, all right, we'll kick off with the favourite here, Scottie Scheffler, $6.50 favourite there at TopSport. Dogga, we'll start with you. What are your thoughts on Scottie Scheffler finding his second major of the year?
Yeah, I think he's obviously, we've talked about it every time we come to any sort of golf conversation this year. Best player on the planet by a mile. Suits his course down to the ground. There's nothing that's going to be said against him as bad. The only part that I think people will steer away from is the price. Didn't play Scottish last week, but did have a round, I know at least from different conversations that he played locally where he shot 8 or 9 under. So he's certainly not out of form.
Okay, can I just ask you off the cuff, what price, if 650 wasn't, what price would entice you to back Scottie Scheffler pre-post?
Oh, great question. Maybe $10?
$10. All right, so not too far away. Top rope, what are your thoughts on the favourite, Scottie Scheffler?
Yeah, just echoing Dogga's thoughts there. Best player on the planet, ticks a lot of boxes. Just one on the note. Open Championship, typically a front runner's course. Scheffler leads the PGA Tour in round one scoring as well. So another little tick for him there. No knocking at all, but I'm not really want to be taking $6.50 in majors, and like Dogga said, could enter double figures before I'd consider it.
Okay, all right. So he's a bit under there, but you might not get a chance to back him in the run by the sounds of it if he gets up to a good start round one. What about Rory McIlroy? He's been close a few times and in a few majors. It's been a drought since he's won one. How do you see his chances this week, Dogga?
I know Rory's a massive fan from the Little Birdie team. I actually have him as probably my number one pick this week. Only split on price. Like if I was betting just on who's the best player, it's clearly Scottie Scheffler, but just that little bit better price. He's playing exceptional golf. I think we very much focus on the fact that he hasn't closed the door on a major in a long time, but I just feel like putting himself in contention for so long, and the brutal finish last time against Bryson, I just feel like this week could be his week. Okay, no mental baggage, you think, from the last major? He's been around a long time. He'll be able to dust himself off and give himself a good show. I think. I mean, we're all human, so we all look at it like, oh, gee, that'd sting forever. But this guy's done it forever. I don't think that would really stress him out that much. I think we sort of put a lot of pressure on that thought, but I don't think he does. I wouldn't think so anyway. All right, so Dogga's pretty keen on Rory McIlroy at the price compared to Scheffler. Surely Top Rope, you're not singing from the same hymn book here with your man Rory.
The only thing I'll agree with on Dogga there is he has been doing it for a long time, and that is blowing it majors. So happy to stick with another impressive with some fault top 10 finish for Rory without the trophy at the end of the tournament. I just can't take him at the price. There's another one that obviously in his day he's more than capable of awareness, but hasn't got probably the record you'd expect from Rory in the Open Championship. And I don't know that his short game is on strong enough this year, but on the ground around it to justify backing with that price. So no, definitely lane for me.
Okay. Third pick in the market, Xander Schauffele there. He's going for his second major of the year, the US PGA winner at $13. Dogga, can you entertain Schauffele this week and at the price?
There's probably two or three players right around that price that rate very similar for me. But I'm also one of those little bit skeptical. I won't say I'm superstitious, but I do put something in the fact that he's already won a major this year and it's pretty hard to win too. That's literally the biggest thing going against him for me. He rates second on my board, but I just won't back him because the odds are against him to win too. Top rope, entertaining Schauffele. You both blokes had a fill up on him 2 majors ago.
Yeah, I'll be saving on him. I kind of tend to agree with what Dogga said there. Very hard to win 2 majors, so not super carry, but all those ones at the top of the market, that kind of first kind of 5 or 6, he's the one for me. He leads the tour in scrambling, second in bogey wins, third round one scoring, third in strokes gained TD green. Ticks a lot of the profile boxes of form, win this year, open top 10 in the past, top 20 in the recent major, top 35 player in the world. So like all that stuff about him, no spoiled price, but I'll probably have something on just to say of that top tier.
All right, the next player I'm interested in because I've had a few text messages in the last little bit tipping me up. This player, Collin Morikawa, he's had a bit of support at TopSport. So I see $18 into $16. Dogga, have you got a positive report for Morikawa getting a major?
Yeah, so a minute ago, like I said about Xander, there's a couple sitting in that same price, same sort of status for me, and he's right in that mix. And he's the one I've got as my second pick behind Rory. He suits you down to the ground. I had an absolute fill up last time he won the Open Championship, so I've always got fond feelings about him. The only thing that always concerns me with him is I'm not sure he's the best player if the wind turns right up. He can sort of go to water a little bit with the irons, but he has improved a little bit this year around that sort of stuff. So I've got him as my number 2 pick, and I'm pretty confident he's going to have a good week.
All right, I like that report. Top rope, you backing up with Morikawa?
No, also to fill up anyone. I have very fond memories. I mean, kind of went into doing the form thinking I was going to potentially lob one in, but one win in a few years, been around the mark, kind of haven't liked what I've seen sometimes winning contention. So definitely affording a chance, definitely rates highly, but a little concerned he might be turning a little bit on you. So not fully labelling him at yet, but I've kind of plumped Xander in that price range, and so not backing more of hell.
The next one on the list is the Swede who come runner-up in the Masters, the Scheffler Aberg. His first appearance at the Open. He is currently at $18. Dogga, what's your summary of the Swede player here in Aberg?
Yeah, he's my top pick last week at the Scottish, and I went to bed on Sunday night Melbourne time thinking I'm going to wake up with an account full of cash, and he had his worst round of the week and didn't quite get there, and Bobby Mack clipped him. Look, I think he's going to have a very good week. It's very hard to pot him. He's going to be an absolute superstar. I just have a few others above him at the moment. He's not far away at all, but he probably won't get any of my cash this week.
Okay, Toprope, Aberg.
I love Aberg, and I've been riding for a while, but not this week. I think he's severe under this week. And all those at the top of the market, he's probably the one I'm most confident of taking on. He's capitulated. Last week wasn't the first time he's capitulated in the last round of late. I don't think that's going to be long-term ramifications. But just getting out of the line, playing 72 holes, getting done, I think it's staying aware of Gabby. You never remember he's only been on tour for, a year and a bit, so 12 months. So it's all relatively new to him. Not for me. The Open does tend to favour experience more than any other majors, and he hasn't won this year, so taking on.
All right, leave on Aberg there. What about, I guess he's called the People's Champ now. We've had a lot of fun on the show this year with the Bryson DeChambeau. He is at sixth pick on the market at the moment at $20. He was runner-up in the US PGA and then got the chocolates in the US Open, beating Rory by a shot. What are our thoughts on Bryson DeChambeau this week? Dogga.
Yeah, tough one. It's very, very hard to argue. His form in the majors this year has been exceptional. And I don't watch a lot of live golf, and I don't know how to sort of align that into what he's trying to do here. He's probably the one I'm going to risk pretty comfortably this week. I just think, like I said, I think last time when he went out and won, I'm not sure that the driver and the distance is going to be the key this week, which is one of his biggest strengths. His irons are still been very, very good as well. But yeah, for me, I'm probably not going to be touching him this week. Okay,
Toprope, are you entertaining DeChambeau this week?
Lane 2 eyeballs played as far as I'm concerned. I think this is a course that, like Dogga says, you're not going to be able to overpower it. I also think it's a course, this course in particular, where good shots don't always get rewarded, and luck plays a big part. He is not one that seems immensely capable of finding in kind of bad luck. He crashed it a bit. He hasn't got a great record on Open Championships because I played 6 of them, top 8 in 2022, but nothing inside the top 30 outside of that. So, I'm off the last major win. He's been able to all that kind of stuff. Hard pass on Bryson.
Okay, that's top 6 covered. I just want to cover one more because Toprope wants to throw him in. The Englishman we've got 8th in betting at the moment is Tyrrell Hatton at $23. Dogga, what's your synopsis on this one?
The favourite thing about Toprope being very, very high on Tyrrell is that I don't think we've had one person we've aligned on yet, and we're not going to align here either. I've got nothing but Tyrrell this week. He's not coming up at all for me. Sorry.
All right, Toprope, the stage is yours. Give us why. Give the punters a reason why Tyrrell Hatton is high on your list.
So you're going to see people like John Rahm who have gone to the leads and struggle with it, and arguably gotten worse. Hatton's gotten better. I'm not sure he's entered an Open Championship in such good form, at least in the last 3 or 4 years. On leads, he ranked 2nd putting average, 2nd strokes gained putting, 5th strokes scrambling, 6th strokes gained around the green, 6 strokes gained tee to green, 4th bogey avoidance. So he's a great profile for him. Got the Alpha Dano links twice. Absolutely loves links golf. You're definitely put in the top handful of links golfers in the world. Has he finished in the top 3 in his last 8? Yes. Has he won in 2024? Yes. Has he opened top 10? Yes. He's in the top 35 players in the world? Yes. Got a lovely Open Championship record. Top 23 in the last 4 years. chips in Tyrrell. This is
Jeez.
look. I can't be trusted on Tyrrell. I'll accept that. I do tip him more than I probably should. But I've never gone into a major more confident that Tyrrell's a good bet than I have Amos.
Jeez. What about the that's a strong push. What about the home grounded, the crowd getting behind him? He likes the crowd. They'll be right behind him if he's in the mix come on the weekend.
Yeah, it depends who he's up against. If he's up against Bob McIlroy, the Scots, he won't be. But he certainly will be up against any of the Americans. I think he rides that pretty well. The big worry with Tyrrell is, he's on a nice edge all the time. So he can be cruising along that triple bogey is just around the corner, and probably a self-inflicted one too. So, all right, that's not going to be an easy watch, but that's what we love about Tyrrell.
He sounds like a broken TV's in the pipeline for Toprope if he is in the mix with that triple bogey coming up. Won't be good watching. All right, Dogga, we'll go to you now to get your rundown of how you see the Open. So the floor is yours. We'll start with the first round leader here. As you can see there, TopSports have got Scottie Scheffler at $15, Rory McIlroy at $19, pretty much the same as the leaderboard. You can see all the way down to Tyrrell Hatton there on the front page at $34. So Dogga, you've always got some smokies, and give us a real sight in the first round leader. What have you come up with for the Open coming up for tomorrow?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit like what Toprope talked about before with someone getting out there early and making a number. I'm pretty confident that I'm happy to shop around the top of that market. I'll probably leave Scheffler out, but Schauffele, Rory and Collin Morikawa definitely will have something. And the two that are a little bit stepping outside that, Jon Rahm has always had exceptional first-round leader form on the PGA Tour before he went to live. And the other one's Patrick Cantlay. Patrick Cantlay did play some ordinary golf early this year, but his last few starts have been pretty good, and he's always been good in the first round. And he's at a really good price to finish first round leader. Okay.
And your best bets for the Open, how do you see how many you got for the punters here? Top three or something like that?
If I'm going to look at top three, I mean, realistically, I'm going to have Rory on top. I think Collin Morikawa would be my number two. And then probably Fleetwood number three. I think he's a little bit similar to Tyrrell. But I've probably leaned him a bit more to just that mental stability, I guess. And then outside of that, if I'm really going to shop down the board, I want some bigger odds. I think Patrick Cantlay isn't necessarily a lock, but I think he's a very, very good price. And one who's an absolute blowout chance, who seems to step up in majors but has been injured, so there's a big watch there on his injury, and that's Will Zalatoris. He's well and truly well past triple figures. I think I saw him trading on Betfair this morning around $350, $370. I mean, he's a guy that 12, 18 months ago, before he hurt his hip and back, he was, $20, $30. So we know he plays well. He lifts some majors. He's a good ball striker. He's easily something that you should be looking at for at least a top 10 or top 20.
Okay. And what about your lay? What are you, the top couple, obviously opposing Toprope here on a few, but who's your top of the list for the lays?
They're not going to be massive lays. I'd say the ones that I'd put a line through straight away is, I know that some people are keen on Jon Rahm. I don't think he's playing anywhere near well enough. I think Bobby Mack will have a lot of admirers due to him playing well at the moment and being in Scotland, but I can't see him winning. And I think what Toprope said before, Bryson, they're the three that I'd be not going anywhere near and happy to take some cash on.
Okay, and for the Aussie punters?
But Bob McIntyre won't be sober by the time the Open starts, so that's probably a knock on him.
True.
And for the Aussie punters, who are you the top of the list there for the Aussies? We've got a few in contention of down the page, but it's actually a tight race for the best Aussie. I think it's four of them within about $4 or $6 of each other. So who's your pick there?
Yeah, I'd probably just follow with last week's form. Adam Scott played well. I mean, obviously, people will be very, very keen on Cam Smith and obviously Jason Day, but I think Adam Scott played really well last week. Did switch out every single iron in his bag, bar his putter. So that was a bit of a change, but clearly it worked for him because he finished second last week and only just missed a playoff with Rob McIntyre. So Adam Scott, top Aussie.
Okay, before we throw to Toprope, just remember all the odds here that we're explaining today are at TopSport, a family owned and operated for 35 years. Bet with a bookmaker you can trust. Bet with TopSport. Okay, Toprope, we'll throw to you now. So we'll give your top three pick in order, please, for the punters.
On top, mentioned Tyrrell Hatton. Super keen on him. Secondly, pick Hideki Matsuyama. think it's a big price. Leads the tour in strokes gained around the green, second in scrambling, 4 strokes gained to the green. So I think he is a nice bet. And third, Tony Finau, best win player in the world, which I think could should play a significant role. Probably needs to find his touch a little bit on the greens, but Tony Finau in there for me, and just some others at some prices. Well, I think Alex Noren is a class player who is huge odds this week. Danny McCarthy is an elite putter. I think is a big price. Sam Burns is another who I'll be backing at huge odds, and Billy Horschel at cricket score odds will be another who we're getting mainly around the kind of top 20, top 40 bets. And hadn't had Will Zalatoris in my numbers either, but kind of completely echo Dogga's thoughts there. He's too good to be that price. So yeah, to have a shekel or two in there.
Okay, and you're a couple that you're keen to lay?
Laying Rory, laying Bryson.
Okay, going against Dogga. And your tip for the best Aussie on the list?
Best Aussie on the list, Cam Smith. Really like Cam Smith. I know his favourite, but his live stats hold up. And got a few other props. If you want a few other props there in Drew's Hall, we can keep those to ourselves. Best prop for me out there, Ernie Els, top senior, $7. Won 3 of his last 5 starts. Comes off his first senior major. I think he's an absolutely ridiculous price. So we're taking something at $7 there. And top lefty, Brian Harman, the defending champion, second favourite. Bob McIntyre is still on the latch. We're taking the $3.50 of Brian Harman, top lefty.
Okay, I got a prop for you. Either gentleman can ask. The hole in one this tournament, the yes is $1.55. Are we for or against the hole in one?
Yes. Hole in one, postage stamp when they're playing 100 yards.
Dogga?
I'll go the opposite. I think I'll say no. I think the last hole I think anyone's going to ace is the postage stamp. So we'll just take the opposites for the fun of it.
Oh, I love it. There's lots of contrast in this show. I've come on at the right time here. No agreement on this show. All right, just quickly, guys, as we mentioned, all the prices are coming from TopSport. So we'll just have a look at the early action that's been going on there. We've had a couple of bets. We've had $200 on Rahm at the $26. Aberg's had $200 bet on him at $41. Scottie Scheffler, the favourite. We've had 1,000 at the $650. Oosthuizen in there. You see 100 at $81. And Wyndham Clark is also seen a bet of $100 at $81. So plenty of action going on. And as you said, all the markets there up at TopSport now. Just a quick reminder, completion of the show, puntingform.com.au is Australia's best online form guide and database. If you like your stats, numbers and data, you can bet your horse racing using puntingform.com.au. Okay, gents, appreciate your time, both Toprope and Dogga. That will wrap up our 4 majors for the golf season. Good luck to all the punters. Hope the boys have provided you some direction. They're certainly on opposing each other a lot, so they're probably giving you more thought than direction here. But enjoy the British Open at Royal Troon. Hope you find a winner, and we'll see you for 2025's first major, the Masters.